Unscripted.
I think we got to face the facts. It's been a good couple days to be a PlayStation fan. Obviously, with such a few amount of days before launch, 6 days before launch of the PlayStation 5 here in the U.S., it is looking better than ever. And at the same time, I do feel like there's still more stuff to know about and still more stuff coming out every single day. So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing videos still and covering all this kind of stuff. It is very, very good news, to say the least. And I have to say that I am very excited by everything that we're seeing for the PlayStation 5. Yes, it's not going to be a perfect launch. Yes, there's going to be some issues, but I still feel like on the end of things, at the end of the day, you know what? I feel like PlayStation is definitely, just even judging by the reviews, the place to kind of go and the place to be for next generation. I'm not saying that Xbox didn't make a valiant effort. I'm saying, as far as I could tell, a lot of the Xbox fans sort of reminded me of, you guys remember the original Fast and the Furious? I guess I'm kind of showing my age here. And there's a scene where Dom and Brian are racing, and and Brian almost wins in the first one. He's like, "Oh, dude, I almost had you." And Dom's like, "Almost had me? Almost had me?" Like, that's the feeling I kind of get from this, because Xbox fanboys, like the hardcore, deluded fanboys, not the level-headed, good people fanboys, they really thought that Xbox was about to have PlayStation or something. For the life of me, I can't fathom who would actually think that Xbox would have PlayStation. Almost had PlayStation. Sorry, that's just funny to me, because I swear there's a lot of people that were like, almost had them. They're going to have them this time. And there's still people out there that think that Xbox is going to outsell them or whatever. I mean, of course it's not going to outsell them. You gotta have games. And even when you have little games like stuff like the Medium got pushed back into 2021, literally nothing on Xbox Series X, and even all of the console reviews gave the edge to PlayStation 5, again, because it doesn't come down to power. And I kind of already covered this, but I want to cover something else, because Sony announced a feature today that blows my mind. This was something that I thought was incredible, obviously incredible. And again, I can't wait to share it with you guys. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. If you're looking for an easy way to help out a channel like mine, a little small pissant channel like mine, a simple like goes a long way. It means a lot to me, and it's free for you to do. So yeah, there is that to kind of look into. Thank you guys so much for always rocking out with me. Shout out to all the old subscribers, new subscribers, and everybody in between. You are amazing people, and you are appreciated. Thank you so much for always rocking out with me. So, obviously the games are the most important thing. Clearly, PlayStation 5 has that. Even the pack-in game, Astrobot, is rocking an 80-something Metacritic score. Better than almost anything Xbox got the entire gen. For a launch pack-in game, that is incredible. Miles Morales, mid-80s, upper 80s as well. Demon Souls probably going to be up there as well. I have a feeling Sackboy is probably going to be somewhere in the 70s, but I still think it's probably going to be a decent launch game. And I think that's the important thing. And something decent is better than nothing at all. So again, this is something that a lot of people are going to be talking about. This feature that they announced sounds like something that I've been kind of asking for a long time, and it does sound absolutely incredible, and I wanted to get into it. Again, this sounds really, really cool and super clever if you think about it, because why hasn't something like this kind of happened before? I'm not really sure why something like this hasn't happened before, but it's incredible sounding. So PlayStation 5 has a game preset feature that automatically applies preferred settings, including performance, resolution, difficulty, and more. So Sony's PlayStation 5 has game presets. Yesterday, they released a batch of new PS5 support videos, including one that detailed console settings. And in the video, Sony explains how to adjust sound and controller settings alongside power options. Interestingly enough, this video also briefly shows the new game presets option, in the Save Data and Game App Settings menu. Sony didn't detail the specific option, but it's actually a feature that many is going to be interested in. Again, this is one of those things that Sony kind of glossed over. It's sort of like their backwards compatibility, right? Like they have this amazing backwards compatibility feature, and somewhat even maybe better than Xbox's, and they didn't even talk about it. Like they were so focused on the future of content, they didn't even talk about it. It blows my mind. So according to the description of the new option, it allows players to start new games with your preferred settings, such as difficulty and control options. Now your presets will be applied to games that support the feature, and the selected settings will be applied differently depending on the game. There's this screenshot that kind of has it as well. As can be seen in the screenshot, the presets include difficulty, performance mode, resolution, first-person view, third-person view, subtitles, and even audio. So the new option allows you to easily set a preset for games to use based on your preferences. Of course, you can always change the options in-game, but this is very much an interesting new addition to Sony's PlayStation 5 interface. So, again, think about this. If you're like me and you play everything on easy mode, or most of the time I actually do play on normal mode, but depending on the game and what type of game it is, I might play on easy mode. But you could set it to whatever you wanted it to be, like your mode. If you typically jump into something on hard difficulty, you could do it. If you care more about performance or resolution, you can pick those. If there's a game that offers both the first and third person view, and you want it third person, you prefer third person, you can have it on third person, and it's going to automatically do that for you. So I think that that's an incredible sort of game-changing feature, to say the least. Again, this is something that Sony kind of did that really kind of reiterates just how amazing that platform is compared to anything else. And it's just like little tangible things that we keep seeing that obviously mean the absolute most. So that's, to me, pretty incredible. And I got to say that it's absolutely something that Sony kind of nailed right out of the gate. Again, very exciting to sort of see Sony have something as cool as this going forward. And I got to say, for me personally, I'm blown away. I'm of course going to link this, but just even watching those videos yesterday and seeing all the reviews today, seeing how clean the UI is, seeing how everything is kind of working with the PlayStation 5, wow, just absolutely incredible. And again, there's going to be little things that get patched into there. Again, I think that maybe one of the things that realistically kind of does suck a little bit is Sony confirms that the PlayStation 5 won't support solid-state drive storage expansion at launch, meaning if you have your old game, if you have a solid-state drive like most of us do, you can't store new games on there while you move things around like you can on Xbox Series X. But Xbox Series X has a very easy problem, or no lack of a problem there, because they don't really have games. So it's really more of a problem for PlayStation, but this is something that they can fix with a patch, even though it is a little bit annoying, to say the least, at the start of things. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how that kind of goes out and how that works. But yeah, this is some incredible stuff that Sony's working on. They've really kind of nailed it and knocked it out of the park. I'm very much interested to see what exactly happens when this stuff goes live, and again, I think that the PlayStation 5 is going to absolutely clear it up and make things very clear for people looking to sort of get their next gen console fix or whatever, that Sony is on the right path. If you look at stuff, the PlayStation 5 reviews, almost all of them are perfect or as close to perfect as you can be. You've got, IGN gave Miles Morales a 9 out of 10. You had Digital Foundry say it's a great game. You had Rad Brad, you guys might know him from YouTube, said that it's the best launch game he's ever played. So again, people are really starting to kind of come around, and that's getting me excited. Hopefully that's getting you excited as well, because again, I'm very passionate about my video games. I love to see these video games succeed. I love to see these video games keep pushing boundaries and pushing what we're doing as fans. And Sony seemed to get it. I know that I've mentioned this before, but Microsoft was all about, oh, well, we're doing things the future way or whatever, and then people tell me that as an argument too. Well, so Microsoft's really focused on the future, and it's like, for me, the future is always console. Like, if you like something else, I think that's fine. But I think Microsoft, where they tend to fail a lot, is when they start focusing on things, is when they start focusing on things that don't really matter as much, like cloud streaming and like that kind of stuff. I just feel like that stuff doesn't really matter much at all. So at the end of the day, I think that it's absolutely incredible to see that Sony. How do they keep getting it right? Yes, they dropped the ball with the PS3 a little bit, but they amazingly turned that around within that same generation. They amazingly turned it around, and again, they managed to turn things around within a generation. And how do they do it? Because they knew they could win people over by giving them quality exclusive games, folks. That's all. Quality exclusive games. It's not some magical formula. It's really not. Honestly, it's really not. I have to say, it's not something that's hard to figure out. I keep saying this. I understand there's this group of people that think that exclusives don't matter or whatever, but they do, especially when you're buying new hardware. What is the differentiator between these platforms if you don't have exclusives? That's what I'm trying to say. This is a big problem. And Sony have it down pat. They've been doing this for a long time. People that thought Xbox was going to do something different or would have Sony this time, guess what? They do have a lot of advantages, but games isn't one of them, and that's the most important part of next generation consoles. I will link all of this stuff in the description below. Thank you, my friends, for watching one of my videos. Please take time out to consider liking and subscribing. Stay safe, happy, and healthy, everyone. Rack 'em up. Game on. Game on. Crapgamer out.
Unscripted.